Hi everyone, this is Nishtha Sadana from Nish Online Interior Design, Paint Color Consultation and Home Decor Content Writing. Today I'm going to be talking about another very popular Sherwin Williams paint color that is also best-selling, timeless, versatile and much admired by homeowners, builders and interior designers. If you search up for this color online on Pinterest, House, Google, you're going to find a ton and ton of inspiration online. And the best part of this color is that it will never make you feel bored even years down the line. So the color that I'm going to be discussing about today is Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige. So if you're looking for a perfect neutral beige paint color that is not too overly warm, not too traditional beige paint color, but a modern beige color that is slightly inclined on the grey end of the scale, then Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige is definitely something to have an eye on. It's a popular color. It has been used a couple of times by various influencers and interior designers. And trust me, you're bound to love this color as far as you adhere to some rules, strictly yes and no's and then do's and don'ts. As far as you're aware of that, this color will never disappoint you. Well, in this color review today, I'm going to be discussing everything you need to know about Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige, the do's and don'ts, the LRV, the undertones, how this color appears in various lighting conditions, some frequently asked questions on Google and by homeowners, similar paint colors, the best trim paint colors to go, what other colors pair best with Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige, and lots of inspiration, pictures and everything you can even expect. So let's get started. So what exactly is Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige? Well, Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige is a greige paint color with deep warm undertones. So this color is definitely warmer than agreeable grey and it has more beige to it than grey, but at the same time it's not a true beige color which could be slightly traditional or overly warm. At the same time, the grey undertones, or I should say the minute grey undertones in Accessible Beige, is what makes this color super popular, super classic and super sophisticated. Well, I would say that this color is just a warmer version of agreeable grey and that is what makes it so beautiful. This color can pair beautifully with warmer wooden textures. So let's say if you have pine wood floors or if you have hickory cabinets, this color is quite good to go. Homeowners often wonder about the most popular Sherwin Williams beige paint color, and I would say that you simply can't miss Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige when looking for the best beige paint color out there. The most beautiful characteristics is that this paint color pairs beautifully in your traditional interior design styles, the transitional, the cottage farmhouse, the French farmhouse, the contemporary and even modern minimalist interior design styles. Like the other outdated beige colors that might have a sneaky green undertone, this color will never disappoint you. Homeowners often wonder whether Accessible Beige appears yellow. Well, I would say that Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige does not look yellow. So be assured that you're good to go there. The grey undertone in this paint color is what restricts the yellow to outcast or showcase in various lighting conditions. Another very popular question is if Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige appears pink. Well, I would say definitely no. Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige definitely doesn't look pink. It's more on the warm, organic, muted, soft end of the scale. While pink would make it slightly cool, but there aren't any pink undertones to disrupt this paint color. Like I said, the beige paint colors or the greige paint colors that have a deep violet or pink undertone tend to look taupe or are called taupe paint colors, and Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige is nowhere closer to being a taupe paint color. Another very popular question is, what is the difference between agreeable grey and accessible beige? Well, I would say they're both quite close cousins to each other. Sherwin Williams Agreeable Grey is just slightly cooler than its counterpart Accessible Beige. So if you're looking for something warmer out of the two, Accessible Beige is definitely your answer, else Agreeable Grey is equally good to go. Now homeowners also wonder which white paint color best pairs with Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige. Well, if you have Accessible Beige on the walls, then Sherwin Williams Alabaster, Sherwin Williams Greek Villa, Pure White or even Aesthetic White can beautifully complement the Accessible Beige on your walls. This white paint color does not clash with the undertones of Accessible Beige and meanwhile complement each other quite sophisticatedly and seamlessly. So what are the undertones of Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige? Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige has a slight green undertone to it, but not very dominant though. This greyish color is a blend of grey and beige with majorly beige undertones to them. You must be rest assured this warm inclined greyish color will always feel calm and cozy at all times. Only with picky or weird architectural elements around this color can tend to showcase a hint of green. But remember, with lots and lots of natural light, this greyish color will always feel true to its nature. However, this paint color has the tendency to look slightly different in different lighting conditions. For instance, in the north facing rooms, Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige can balance off its warmth with the incoming cool light without washing off its undertones. Similarly, in the south and west facing rooms, when the sun is at its top, this color will feel warm but not overly warm, and at the same time it can hold its undertone quite well without washing off the undertones that agreeable grey, drift of mist or gossamer veil can have sometime. On the other hand, in the east facing rooms, this color can feel quite warm throughout the day, hence quite recommended for colder regions and spaces you want to make feel warmer. So now let's talk about another important aspect of Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige. Well, yes, we're going to talk about the LRV. Well, LRV stands for light reflectance value, which can vary from 0 to 100, light to dark. So this is a very important aspect that you must consider when choosing a paint color for your home, because you do not want to end up being confused about how dark or light a paint color is. In this case, Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige has a light reflectance value of 58, which means that it falls on the medium end of the scale. It's not too light and not too dark. Now, homeowners even ask whether Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige can be used for the whole house. Well, firstly, I would like to tell you what is a whole house color scheme. Well, whole house color is basically a paint color that can be used on all the common walls of your home, including your open concept living, dining, kitchen, the hallways, the staircases, basically all the common walls that you can see, and add pops of colors here and there. Well, Accessible Beige can make a beautiful impact as a whole house color scheme, especially if you have a medium or a larger sized home. This color can definitely make a beautiful, beautiful statement. At the same time, you must allow ample natural light to enter at all times, because without square footage and incoming natural light, this color has the potential to come off slightly dull and dingy, which is not the case for off-white or white paint colors. Here's a well-curated pre-made color palette that I have created for Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige on Etsy. It enlists all the exact colors that pair with Accessible Beige color, along with how and where to use them in various areas of your home. I have included 5 color palettes with Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige and their complementary hues, along with how to use each of these paint colors in various areas of your home. You'll also get detailed material and fabric palette with each of Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige color palettes. Another bonus is paint planner and a detailed guide on paint sheens for various areas. You can easily find this prepackaged color palette on my Etsy shop as well as website. Now let's come to the fun part. We've already talked about the technical aspects of this paint color. Let's see where you can exactly use this paint color in your home. Well, you can use Accessible Beige paint color on the bedroom walls, exterior walls, open concept living and dining, hallways, kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanity, laundry room cabinets, home office walls, interior doors, exterior doors, moldings, family rooms and exterior walls. So now that you've decided to choose Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige in your home, Let's see what colors can go along really well with this color. I would say you can go with creamy or warm whites, even neutral whites are good to go. You can go with darker greige colors, you can go with grey paint colors, specifically charcoal grey. You can go with navy blue colors and dark stormy blue colors. You can go with green grey paint colors out there. To name a few, here's a list of Sherwin Williams grey and black colors that go with accessible beige. Peppercorn, tricorn black. Sherwin Williams blue colors that go with accessible beige are in the navy, mineral grey, Waterloo, Moscow Midnight. Greige colors that go with accessible beige, urbane bronze, moth wing. Some green grey colors that go with Sherwin Williams accessible beige are silver strand, pewter green, Homburg grey. Sherwin Williams white colors that go with accessible beige are aesthetic white, snowbound, alabaster. So now that you know the specific colors to go with accessible beige, let's see what trim colors would best pair here. So there are a couple of homeowners wondering what paint colors to be painted on the window frames, the baseboards, ceiling trims when they have accessible beige on the walls. And I would say that you must definitely go with Sherwin Williams pure white, or even Sherwin Williams alabaster is good to go here. With other paint manufacturers, in Benjamin Moore, Chantilly lace is good to go, in Behr, ultra pure white is good to go, and you can even use Sherwin Williams accessible beige on the ceilings, trims, molding as well as the walls for a seamless and neoclassical look. In general, pure white would pair the best because it's a neutral color. It will help accessible beige protrude its true undertones, depth and beauty, and that would definitely be my number one recommendation. If you're going for a slightly traditional look, then alabaster has a creamy touch which can equally pair well with Sherwin Williams accessible beige walls. Now lastly, an important aspect to consider is the similar or equivalent paint colors. Well, it's quite a possibility for you to not like accessible beige. Maybe you like something lighter or darker, or maybe you like something which has more depth to it, maybe more grey to it, maybe more beige to it. Well, in that case, I would like to disclose my list of 4 other Sherwin Williams paint colors that can feel and look similar to Sherwin Williams accessible beige. And the first paint color on my list is agreeable grey. Well, like I mentioned earlier, accessible beige and agreeable grey are true cousins. Agreeable grey is definitely slightly cooler. So if you're looking for a paint color that is slightly cooler and not as warm as accessible beige, then Sherwin Williams agreeable grey is good to go. Agreeable grey is even slightly lighter than Sherwin Williams accessible beige with an LRV of 60. The next color on my list is aesthetic white. So if Sherwin Williams accessible beige seems too dark to you and you're looking for something slightly lighter, then Sherwin Williams aesthetic white can be a wonderful choice. It's almost an off-white paint color but tends to look slightly lighter than accessible beige and can feel like one. Yes, it has an LRV of 73, which means that it's way lighter. So if you like the look and feel of accessible beige but want something which way lighter, then aesthetic white can play a wonderful role. Another color is balanced beige. So if you're looking for something slightly darker, well, let's say you're looking for something more dreamy and moody and you want more depth to accessible beige, then Sherwin Williams balanced beige can make a wonderful choice. Of course, you have to be slightly careful with this paint color because it can look dull and dingy with little incoming natural light, while balanced beige can make a beautiful appearance as an accent and not so much as a base or neutral in a home. Lastly, another paint color that looks similar to Sherwin Williams accessible beige is Amazing Grey. Well, Amazing Grey is equally a very popular color by Sherwin Williams. It may be not one of the most popular, one of the most best-selling, but equally admired. So Sherwin Williams Amazing Grey has a slightest touch of green undertone which can be dominant if your room faces a large green lush lawn. So out of the two, if you're ready for the green undertone to pop up, you can even choose Sherwin Williams Amazing Grey. Meanwhile, this color has an LRV of 47, which means it's way darker than Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige. So how did this color appear to you? Are you really ready to start sprucing up your home with this beautiful, timeless and enchanting Sherwin Williams Accessible Beige paint color? Well, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any questions regarding this paint color, I would love to know your thoughts. You can check out my website at www.nishthasadhana.com, and don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I'm coming up with paint color related videos every Monday. So I'll see you all guys next week. Bye.